Guess what I have? I've got my Starbucks coffee drink, and I've decided that I would have a little chat with you guys. I want to share some thoughts on something that a friend said to me the other day. I hope that this will, give you some insight into what other people are dealing with when they decide to go outside the box and do something that not everybody is wanting to do. Most times when we choose to do stuff that other people haven't been thinking about and it sounds all of a sudden really odd to them, especially your closest friends and sometimes family, they want to offer advice. They want to help you out, right? Most of our friends and family don't want us to make mistakes. They don't want us to get hurt. They don't want us to jump into something and take a risk, because the average person, in my opinion, isn't really willing to take a risk. And I think when you decide to go full-time RVing, living with your family, that's a risk. It's not the norm, right? It's becoming more normal to find people that are doing this, but you have to search them out. You find them in Facebook groups. Right now, the way technology is, that's the best way to find people that have a common ground with you. So you can get support in these Facebook groups because everybody's seeking familiarity with somebody else. They're wanting to find someone that's willing to think about this. Hi, my name's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about, would you cash in your 401k to fund doing this lifestyle, going full-time in an RV? Would you cash in your savings, all your life savings, to do it? Most friends and family will tell you, no, don't do that. So today I'm going to talk to you about what someone said to me and my opinion about it, and I hope to inspire you to take the risk, because I think you should take the risk. But I wanted to just hop on here real quick, let you guys know that each month we're going to be covering at least 3 different things every single month. I have shows that I produce, like I'm a movie producer. No, I have shows that I put together. Once every month, I do cover our monthly summaries, financially, what we're paying off each month to get in a better financial position to go out full-time in an RV. And the other video that I do every single month is our car coffee chat, and that's where my husband and I talk about the topic for the month. That'll be coming out on the 17th, so I hope that you come back and watch that. And you can get to know us a little bit. Our names are Brian and Michelle. We've been married for 25 years. We have one daughter who is 15 years old, and she is homeschooled. So let's jump into the topic. The other day, a friend of mine and I were talking, and she knows we're going out on the road full-time in an RV, but she's got a lot of stuff going on in her life, and so she kind of half listens to me. You notice there are some friends that do that. They love you, but they just kind of half listen to you because, most people really, if you don't have an RV yet and you don't have a truck to pull it, they really don't think you're going to do this. They kind of just let it, yeah, whatever, yeah. And they, oh, that's nice. And really, did you go to the RV show last weekend? Oh, that must have been fun. But really, most people are like, whatever. Because it's not common. Now, you go into a Facebook group and you're like, whoa, there's a lot of people in here. I didn't know there was this many people that are wanting to do the same thing that I'm doing, right? And so that's really good for you to get involved with, and that is to be in Facebook groups, because you can find somebody, number one, to ask questions to. Number two, other people are thinking the same way you are. So I'm chatting with my friend, and I was telling her about, that we were narrowing down the RV that we wanted and everything, and I just quickly said, we're going to cash in our 401k. And her immediate response was, don't cash in your 401k. Now, I have to qualify this. She is about 5 or 6 years older than me. She and her husband have been married for probably 10 years longer than we have. They do not have any children. They are probably debt-free, and they come from the corporate world. Their automatic thoughts would be, 401k is the way, it's the only way you are going to be able to survive as a senior or as a retired person. So I immediately, emotionally was like, whoa, who are you to say, right? Hold on a second. Let me get a drink. Hold on. I did not say this to her because I don't want to open this conversation, but I wanted to share it because it's on my heart. So what she said really triggered some thinking in me, and I started wondering why somebody wants to throw caution at me. I mean, she's a good friend, but why so immediate? Don't do that. Don't do that. So this is my opinion only. My husband said, you're going to get some slack for this. Slack. I don't know. I don't know what the word is. Flack. That's it. Okay, move on. He said, you're going to get some flack for this because not everybody believes the way that you believe, Michelle. So this is the thing. Do we cash in a 401k to fulfill a dream? Well, is it the cautious thing to do? Is it the risky thing to do? Is it the stupid thing to do? Are you risking everything because you're never going to have that money again? What are you even holding on to that money for? So many questions, right? I believe that society trains us to think that we have to have a retirement account in order to actually survive in retirement. It is a constant belief that is put on us that the only way to succeed at retirement, which is later in life, I mean, we're still 10 to 15 years away from our retirement. So why would we cash it in to fulfill this dream today, right? Or this year? I think we should be able, number one, to do what we want with our money. She's not saying that I can't do it. She's just advising. Maybe you shouldn't do that, Michelle. But why? What am I waiting for? I want to live my best life now while I'm still physically able to. I'm not saying that I'm going to be old and rickety and falling apart in 10 to 15 years, but I want to experience life now. And if I'm not talking cashing in $100,000 401k. I'm talking about a relatively small 401k. And it would benefit us by being a down payment, of a large down payment on an RV. In my mind, it's fulfilling a dream now, and it's allowing us to go out living this lifestyle with less debt, right? Versus having it just sit in the bank and us kind of struggle with really high payments on a trailer and a pickup truck. I mean, we're getting ready to sell our house. I don't hear anybody saying don't take the proceeds from your house and apply them to a next place to live. Isn't that weird, right? I just thought about that. So if I said to her, we're going to sell our house, I know this friend well, we're going to sell our house, that lump sum of money that we get as a profit, we're going to use that as a down payment on a trailer or a pickup truck, because these trucks are big and they're expensive. Whether you buy used or not, they're still expensive. More expensive than the car I'm driving. I can't imagine that she would say, don't use that money to provide yourself housing in your next place of living, your next home. Because I view our first RV is going to be our home. So, but it panics people when you say you're turning in your retirement fund. Again, it's not large. It's only maybe 4 years old. It's only one of ours. So I don't know. I mean, have you had people say stuff to you? Comment below if you've had people throw caution at you. It's all under the guise of caring for you. Some people might say it to you in a sense of, this is really a stupid idea. I don't think you should do it. I've read stories of maybe like an ex-husband or an ex-wife that doesn't think that this is the best thing for their children. But we're not in that situation. We have always thought outside the box, Brian and I. But we believe that living your best life now is important. I was watching a silly Hallmark movie, and they were talking about this couple had cashed in their whole life savings to start a restaurant. And I thought, does everybody tell them that they shouldn't do that? Well, let's say it's a lawyer or, I don't know, someone that's worked high up in a corporation and they've been unfulfilled and unhappy and overworked. I mean, that's all the Hallmark movies, right? So somebody is unfulfilled because they're so busy and they don't like Christmas anymore, which is the primary Hallmark movies. But people talk to them about, you should do what you love. You should, you don't need to make the, large income because you're not happy, and you should do what you love, right? The typical Hallmark movie. Well, in real life, I don't think a lot of people really think that that's a great idea. Let's say a life savings is $200,000, okay? And somebody has been stockpiling money away because they're in a high corporate job and they've had the opportunity to do that. And then they decide, I'm going to sell everything, move out of the city, and I'm going to go buy a bed and breakfast. A lot of people, because they're going from a high pressure job to something they have said they love to do, there's all kinds of support, it seems, right? But when I say I'm cashing in my 401k, it makes no sense to me why it's not seen the same way. I mean, what's the most ludicrous thing somebody said to you? I mean, they're not going to watch this video, so comment below and let me know. What's the most ludicrous thing somebody has said to you? Or tried to, what's that word? Impute upon you. Impute? I don't know. Force? Have your parents told you? I mean, like, if you're in your 30s to 40s, do your parents tell you, hey, you can't do this? All right, gonna wrap this up. So in my opinion, if you are going to cash in a 401k, use your savings, use wisdom, do your research, find the trailer that is best for you. One of the things that we've decided is we're just buying one. I hope I don't have to come back and what's the words? I hope I don't have to come back and correct myself. I've seen videos of people that have over and over and over and over and said, we ourselves and we've met other people that bought the first trailer and it wasn't the right one. Let me tell you, I take that stuff to heart. What I'm doing is I'm overly researching. We have continually discussed what kind of trailer we need. We are looking to buy a trailer one time. I don't want to get one and then in a year need a different one. And so because we have our daughter with us, she's basically going into adulthood. She needs her own privacy, but I don't want to buy a trailer that puts us in a situation where we have too much trailer when she starts to go live her adult life. So we may live in a little bit more cramped quarters for a little while so that we can do what's best and only buy one. And right now, there will be a big reveal, hopefully in the next couple of months, as to what trailer we're finally going with. We keep changing. We went from wanting a toy hauler, wanting something 45 feet long, down to 42 feet long. Now I'm trying to get under 40 feet so that we can get into state parks. And all of the stuff just keeps changing. If this is your first time watching any of my videos, thank you for that. And also, you would probably like to watch some of our car coffee chats because my husband and I talk back and forth about this decision to sell our house and go full-time in an RV with our child. If you want, you could subscribe. If you really like me, maybe you'll hit the bell notification so you can see some more videos. Our channel is in the beginning, and we are excited about this process. At the time of this video, we have 19 months and 2.5 weeks till we become mobile. We may get our RV before that, but before we become mobile. And we have a process of bills to pay. We have a process of purging. Are you struggling with getting rid of things? Because we're having troubles. I'm telling you, books is going to be the hardest one. And I know. You can get books on Kindle. But if you've already purchased them, you don't want to repurchase them. That's the hardest thing. I don't want to reinvest more money in order to have all the books that I want. One of the things that I have found is that when I watch videos of people going through different life changes and decisions, sometimes it helps me to know someone else is doing it, right? I think we like that familiarity. Right here, right now, I'm giving you permission to cash in your retirement fund. If that's what you want to do, if that's where you want to spend your money, I'm giving you permission. If that's what you need, say it. Michelle gave me permission. like I'm the end all. No. Just saying. There's so many times when I think emotionally we want somebody to tell us they're doing the same thing. But why do we need that? I don't know. But I'm telling you, we're cashing in our retirement fund in order to put a down payment down on a trailer. And then when we sell our house, we're using the profits from that to put a down payment down on a truck or to give ourselves an emergency fund. We're the ones that get to choose how we want to spend our money. If you're typically a risk taker and your friends aren't, be prepared for them to not understand this. The more you share with them, the more they're going to offer up advice. Be prepared for that. I remember somebody told me one time, if you don't want people to give you advice on your marriage, don't talk about your marriage. That was like the first year I was married. And I've done that ever since. One of the reasons why I enjoy people that do throw caution at me is because it makes me think. It makes me narrow things down, right? It makes me consider, why am I doing something? So it's not always a bad thing when somebody says to you, oh, don't do that. Oh, don't. Are you sure? Allow that to trigger thinking in you. You will either become more wishy-washy or you'll become more solid in your decision. You'll figure out what is making this thing so important to you right now. When you can find out what's driving the decision to make this large life change, then it helps you to explain it to others. Or you can choose that's none of their business. But you figure it out for you. In the end, if this is a decision between you and your husband, or if you're a solo person, you do what's best for you. In our family, we pray, we ask for God's wisdom, we allow God to speak to us through experiences, through conversations with other people, through research. We allow our hearts to be open for guidance from Him. That's the way we operate. But, you know, in your gut, you know, right? There are some times when someone has thrown caution to me and it has made me aware of something I hadn't thought of. You know, YouTube loves it when you comment down below and show interaction with me. So, hey, like I said, if you have anybody that has thrown a caution statement at you or some kind of advice that has tried to slow you down in your choice to do this, put it down below, because I would love to support you in the decision of changing your life for the better for you so that you can live your best life. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you. Bye.